Hi everyone, I'm realising that I might be getting a little bit obsessed with green, but green's such a calming colour, isn't it? And I think we probably all need a little bit of calmness. I'm gathering plants in all areas of my office off the shelves, but it's actually really nice because I'm spending a lot more time in my studio than studio/office, that sounds quite glamorous, studio, than I ever did before. But I think it's really important if you're by your computer, especially peace lilies. They're really good around computers. I'm not sure what they do. I'm sure you'll let me know down below, but they emit something that counteracts something that computers emit. This is not my forte, as you'll realise. My forte is makeup. Anyway, so today's inspiration is a beautiful palette by Natasha Denona. This is called a glam palette. Now I found this on Look Fantastic. It has the perfect balance of really amazing neutrals and metallics, which has kind of got me written all over it. So it helps sculpt your eye. You can have a bit of an eye brightener. There's one colour called Inner Corner, which is great for highlighting the inner corner of your tear duct, no surprise. But I like to use that all over my eyes if I'm feeling particularly tired or a bit sort of grey. So I thought I'd do a look with this. I've had a little bit of base on from this morning and chucked a brow on, but I thought I'm just going to use a little bit of the Herbivore Emerald facial oil. I'm going to just massage it into my hands, and this is what I do if I sort of feel my skin just needs a little bit more hydration throughout the day, because sometimes, well, every day my skin is a little bit needy. I've also got secret little fringe hiding here. What do you think? Oh, I could just pull it out and show you, but she's not being very well behaved today. So I've gotten rid of her. I've been loving it. I like it in a centre parting. It just didn't work today, so I thought, stop fussing. Fringes are quite annoying, aren't they? They're quite time consuming. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. So yeah, new hair, new days. Just quite nice to soften around the face, actually, a little fringe. So I just push the oil in, and for me, on the outside of my face, that just gives me a little bit more, well, it feels nicer because I can actually feel my skin going throughout the day. So it feels nicer and it just looks a little bit more radiant. Okay, so going straight on. I'm going to use, they've got this really lovely cool colours. She's labelled them beautifully, because I'm going to go in with crease first of all. And I'm going to be using, I think it's a 315 from MAC. And I love these brushes because they're very, very thin at the top. So when I go in with the product, back and forth, then I do a little tap, but then I really push the product into the brush so that it doesn't go down on my face. And I'm just going to push it into my crease. Now I normally just do sort of washes of colour, but if I'm wanting a just sort of more done, finished eye, or I'm wanting to open my eyes more, this is what I'll do. Maybe of an evening, or, you know, like you say, you just want to kind of look a little bit more put together. Rather than just slapping it on and hoping for the best, it's quite nice to kind of play with that sort of light and dark shadow on your face. I'm just going straight in here. Now, Natasha's formulas, much like Lisa's lipsticks, are just beautiful. I mean, they're sort of, you know, buttery. I'm going to say buttery for a powder. And those of you who are eyeshadow powder fans will understand what I mean. It goes on almost like a cream, and it just helps you blend it really well. You can then sort of end up blending it too far and spreading the colour too much. But they make it very, very easy. Some powders can look lovely in the trays, and then you put them on your eyes and they almost dilute and dissolve. So I'm doing a little bit of dark just on the outside. I'm not going to go underneath my eyes. It's all about lifting and shaping, but I'm leaving my lid clear of makeup. And I'm going to take another brush. I'm going to lighten that area and then fuse the colours together. So I'm going to go in with Inner Corner. Well, there's hundreds of looks I could do with this palette. In fact, this is going to be my go-to one. See, look how nice that is, for work, because I can do millions of looks with this, and it works for all skin colours as well. So what I'm trying to do, what I am doing, not trying, I am popping this just on that lid, but I'm not connecting it with the colour yet. I'm going to blend those two together, because if I take the metallic shade all over that matte shade, then I end up with a sort of fused colour, which I need a little bit, but I don't want to take away that matteness and make it all metallic. I just want that light there, so I get a nice subtle change of texture. And I'm going to take one of my flat cotton buds and then just take the edge off either one, but not really take it all over the eye. See what I mean? Great. Now I'm going to take another flat cotton bud and I'm going to place the tip just here. And then I'm going to go right into my socket, and that just helps me get a nice deep edge. The rest of it is just a little bit more fused. You see that difference? I'm not using a darker colour, whereas a lot of people that are sort of doing that cut crease would then go in with a slightly darker colour. I'm going in with the same colour, but I'm just using a different applicator, and it just makes that shade a little bit more dense. And then just to soften this, I'm going to blend that into my skin, because we don't like to use highlighter or anything under there. It's just not really very modern. You could use a little bit of a gleam, like a shimmering skin perfector from Becca, or a little bit of oil, but I wouldn't use anything metallic and sort of off-white under there, because, especially for my eyes, because it will make it really sort of hoodie and big. If you want to open out your eyes, that's different. But I'd much prefer to use a lighter foundation or something like that to enhance it. So nice. Okay, now I did the mascara video, which I really enjoyed reading all your comments, and this is brilliant. This is a brand called Studio 10. I think I've used a palette just recently in the look. I'm getting muddled up which way I've put them out. This is a double-ended, love a bit of double-ended action mascara, and it's got exactly what I want. So it's got the moulded fibre comb, and then it's got the flat part that you can apply the mascara literally to the root of your lash, so you get that nice tight line look. That's just applying the mascara right to the root to get that lift and definition, like that secret eyeliner. And then you can comb it through, and then on the other side it's got soft bristles, so it's got everything. Brilliant. In fact, it's quite annoying actually, because if I was going to produce a mascara, I'd probably go for something very similar to this. It's brilliant. You get the best of both worlds. Depending on how you feel, you can apply your mascara. So don't worry, all I'm doing now is just putting, not that you would be worried, would you guys, whoever's watching, just going to put that there. So I'm not getting any lash definition, but you can see I've almost got eyeliner on now, which is great. I'll try the comb, just bring that through, but I don't think it's going to give me the, oh yeah, that's a nice desired effect, nice. Lovely, and I'm going to do top and bottom here. I love these kind of like muted, cool grey shades. Not a fan of sort of muddy browns when my skin tone is cooler and not as warm as it is in the summer months. So sort of autumn, winter, I go for much cooler colours. I find that the browns, especially against blonde, tend to look a little bit muddy. Oh, that's a great result. Let me just turn it around and do the other one. Could this be the new favourite mascara? I was like, oh, this is so good. Right, let's go in with the fluffy one. Oh, you see? Nice. Look at that. Yeah, adds volume, but takes the weight out of the top of the lashes. I know some of you have been saying, please do close-up work, please do close-up work. To do that, I just need to do different filmed sections, maybe on different lenses and in and out and editing and stuff, and it's just really tricky time-wise for me. I'm just going to take a little cotton bud, sorry. These are the Muji ones. They haven't got any fibres, or the fibre they have, but they're not loose, so you can kind of go right into the eye and not end up with loads of cotton in the inner rim of your eye. That's really nice. Okay, and then go in with a nice fluffy tip of that. So going back to what I was saying is I hope that my moving forward motion will help us all. Very nice. Oh, ta-da! Just gives a little bit of a lift, doesn't it? Now let me just go in a little bit more. Taking the eyeshadow, just really enhancing that shade, because sometimes you just need to go back. I'm always cautious initially and then just go back to give that, yeah, that's nice. Just really kind of pushing my socket back. And cotton buds are brilliant tools, they really are. Especially these flat-ended ones and then the ones with the tips. Get a nice soft finish to your eye. And that doesn't look too made up, but it's definitely made a massive improvement to the shape of my eyes, which is what I love. Okay, let's finish off with something nice and soft. Let's go with the Honest Beauty. So that's by Jessica Alba, vegan makeup range. And I love their mascara, but this is just the colour of fresh, healthy cheeks. This sort of bright, cool pink, candy pink is the shade that will really, for any skin tone, of course, again, this is really bright and pigmented, will lift the whites of your teeth and eyes and apply just on the apps of your cheeks. Gives that nice sort of fullness to your cheeks. If you're looking for a bit of fullness, apply it to the front of your cheeks. And if you want a bit more of an angle, then you want to go more in a diagonal direction. But I'd prefer you to do that with a more tonal colour, sort of like a bronzy kind of nudie caramel colour, because a bright pink diagonal streak across your face will take you back to the 80s and will look like makeup rather than what I like you to look like is just beautiful amplification of your features, and the makeup is secondary. I think just with what I'm wearing, I'm going to finish off with Max Factor's Nude Glory. This is a Colour Elixir Balm, and this is just like a lovely lip texture in a nudie finish. And when my eyes are busier than they normally are, I mean busier as in, you know, two shades, didn't we? 2 shades, like we're doing it together. That's how nice our relationship is now, isn't it? I do feel like we're a we. If only we could have a big seminar one day, we're all in the same room. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be something to look forward to? Fly you all over, all get together somewhere in the world. Maybe we should just do a big Zoom one day. Maybe we should. Let's see. Great. So that is simply the look. Now I appreciate you might not want to buy a huge palette like this, but if you are oh sorry, the sun's gone right behind the clouds. If you are a beauty addict, then this is a delightful palette. And if you are a tonal person and you love tonal shades, then this ticks the box in terms of mattes and metallics. It's very, very stylish. You'll get a lot of use out of it. I hope you've liked the look, and I've got a couple of, which I'm really excited about, sponsored posts, one by Foreo and one by Dior. So if you see an ad coming through on my tutorial, maybe in sort of like a few, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe, I'm not sure when they're going to come through, then please support me. But I'm very excited to be asked by them to do some work with them and produce some content. So I hope you like it too. Anyway, as always, please stay safe, and I look forward to your lovely comments below. Bye for now.